to discuss Apple and U2's free album giveaway that turned into a PR disaster. I'm then going to use specific frameworks to critique the strategy. I'm going to give you an introduction to the case, and then going to look at their failed strategy, the failed link between the corporate strategy and the communication strategy, and then the stakeholder salience model. So the lead singer from U2 and the Apple CEO took to the stage at the launch of the new generation iPhone this September. They announced they'd be gifting Songs of Innocence, the latest U2's album, as a free gift to all customers. However, the band and Apple faced backlash when it emerged that this album had been automatically downloaded to users' accounts without their consent. Many people were annoyed to discover this album on their devices as it could not be permanently deleted, and others were worried someone had hacked their account. Apple was forced to issue a fix tool allowing users to permanently delete this album, and they then announced this album was available to download from the iTunes website. Apple's strategy here was simply a $100 million marketing campaign to promote the new generation iPhone and also to encourage users to keep downloading from iTunes instead of live streaming from sites like Spotify. Apple did not take into account Mizbug's 5 Ps, and therefore their communication strategy was ineffective. For example, when analysing the perspective and the pattern of this campaign, it was not in keeping with Apple's usual behaviour or pattern of communication. This is because Apple has always offered free content, such as a single of the week and free books and TV shows. However, users have always had the choice whether they want to download this content or not. Apple also failed to achieve their link between their corporate strategy and their communication strategy with this free album giveaway. Cornelius states, for an effective communication strategy, the decisions made at corporate level must be translated into the communication strategy for each individual stakeholder. Apple prides itself on a corporate strategy and vision of being individual and unique with solutions for every stakeholder. Therefore, this corporate strategy of being unique did not translate into their communication strategy in this case. Apple assumed that 500 million iTunes users were U2 fans and wanted this album. They did not consider that a person's iTunes account is a representation of their personality. Apple should have used the stakeholder salience model to prioritise the stakeholders that require attention and need to be communicated with to make the strategy effective. Apple, in this case, did not prioritise its dominant stakeholders, its customers, and they made the mistake of giving the album away to every customer, whether they wanted the U2 album or not. To conclude, Apple's communication strategy was clearly inefficient, and Apple should have developed a better strategy that targeted the correct stakeholders, also making them aware that this album was available to download. Apple did realise their mistake and apologise and said they should have sent out redeem codes to everybody if they wanted to download this album. Thank you very much.